This is a Headgum podcast.
Today, I want to ask you about something.
Who, me or the royalty?
The royalty and you.
Okay, yeah.
I think we haven't had this type of conversation in a long time. Maybe since even the last episode.
I know. Yeah. The last episode I just listened to, we was in our mental health bag.
Nice. Good.
This podcast is turning into a mental health share podcast.
And that's good. I think my finger's broken. It is. This finger's
From playing
broken.
basketball?
Football.
Did you do this? Like,
Football.
Where y'all playing football at?
No, this is from 16 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You see how it doesn't straighten?
Yeah, it's crooked.
Zoom in on that. That's a football injury, ladies. I'm a tough man. Okay.
I got a football injury. Where's mine? On my knee? Or that's when I got hit by. I got burnt by an iron right here. That's my little injury.
Burnt by iron on the football field?
Burnt by an iron on the football field. Like I was ironing my jersey and then I touched my leg. I was like, ah. And it was like, and my coach was like, "What are you doing over there? You ironing your jersey? You be a Georgia? You better get out there and get money." And I was like, all right, coach, I'm sorry. I just want to look good. My favorite cheerleader's in the audience. Okay.
She wasn't cheerleading. She was in the audience.
Yeah. She cheerleads for another team.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you want to ask us?
Snacks. I want to talk about snacks. I want to talk about your favorite snack to just like whip up.
Yeah.
Some ghetto shit. Something that's like, it's in the fridge. Like you got all these ingredients together.
Mm-hmm.
You got all of them just like, I got this.
Yeah.
Or something that you buy at the store
Mm-hmm.
and you be like, I'm going to buy this. I shouldn't buy this, but I'm going to buy it anyway because it's my favorite snack. It's my favorite thing that just whip up on on a Sunday. I'm just chilling at the house. I done slept in. Last night we partied. I done slept in.
Right.
I don't feel like leaving the house, but I ain't got that many things. But I'm finna whip up this ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like fried bologna sandwich.
Oh man, that's fucking good.
You toast the bread.
I forget about
mayonnaise
that.
on it. You put the mustard on it.
When's the last time you did that? Recently?
Recently, yeah.
And it was still hitting.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm worried I'm gonna do it and it won't be hitting like it did when I was like poor.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it when you gotta do the recipe that you used when you was broke.
Okay. I did one mine was like toast, like just straight toast and sugar. So I would do
toast, butter, sugar.
Yeah, toast, butter. When I was hungry and I had no money, we'd do the toast four slices, which would be almost like 4 sandwiches, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then I would put the butter in between and then put sugar on top. Nigga, that shit was hitting.
And the cinnamon.
Bro. Yeah. I haven't do cinnamon. I never did cinnamon, but I mean, I'm sure that would be amazing. But yeah, that was like my broke snack. I think, I might be able to do that. I mean, that feels so the sugar part feels so unhealthy right now.
Oh yeah, that's unhealthy. But that shit, when you make that cinnamon sugar toast, I used to make that too. You put it in because it's better if you do that in the broiler. Like at the drawer at the bottom.
Oh, at the bottom?
Nowadays, everybody's got a toaster oven, air fryer type situation.
Right.
But back in the day, when your stove used to have a broiler at the bottom. Mm-hmm. So you put 4 thin pats of butter on that, or if you have soft butter, you butter it completely.
Yeah.
And then you put it down there, let that butter melt, let them edges get crispy, but the middle of that bread is soaked in that butter. Uh-huh. And then you just sprinkle that sugar and cinnamon mixture because you make that on the side.
Hey, Carla's so happy talking about it. I don't know if y'all know, today is Hat Day also. We're both wearing hats.
Yeah, I never wear hats. Y'all know I never wear hats, but today I decided I was going to put a hat on.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I'm putting a hat on today. You know what I'm saying?
Rochelle, what's your favorite snack? Don't laugh at me.
Her hat is so big.
I know. He's like, take me serious, please.
Take me seriously, please, Rochelle. I'm your boss. What's your favorite broke snack?
Top ramen, and then you throw an egg in there.
Okay.
And then you mix the egg up, so it's not when it's cooked yet, but then it makes the broth just really creamy.
Okay, the broth. Now let me ask you this. All right, so we can transition into that. That might be more important than what we talking about, and not more important, but on equal playing field, but a different branch of the tree. What is your top ramen recipe? Lamar, you recently started cooking. I'm not trying to blast you in front of the crowd.
you know, because all these girls, they know about my cook.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
why you gotta call me out like that? I've been cooking. I've been cooking. I've been cooking. I've been cooking.
This podcast is brought to you by HelloFresh. Hey, what do you like? You started cooking in the pandemic. You was really like you was sending us your meals like, every day. How you was getting it in.
Right.
And before that, you was like Lamar used to be out eating motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I would eat out, yeah.
And expensive dinners out. Like this dude would like go and pick up fucking Morton Steakhouse.
I would pick it up. Like I'd be in the bar, like they'd be like, "You want to see?" He's like, "No, I'm just waiting for my order." This before Postmates, you know what I'm saying? I'd just be going, getting my dinner, because I would eat. I remember I had BOA. Like literally on a Tuesday night, just by myself, just like a sea bass and mashed potato. But like, I used to have this friend when I was in high school. My parents never, they never take me out to eat, and I would be so jealous because my friend who lived down the street, they every Saturday, they would never miss a Saturday because he could never play outside. And we'd be like, "Where you going?" He's like, "We going out to eat. We're going to Sizzler or whatever." And I used to be so jealous. I'm like, "Man, that shit sound tight." When I get famous and when I get rich, I'm gonna go eat out every day. But what was your question though?
You like, I forgot. No. Have you came up with the oodles and noodles?
Oh,
oodles and noodles recipe like that doctors it up beyond the packet and just the noodles and some water.
Honestly, no. To be honest, noodles. I'm like. Even with pasta, that's like, as far as my cooking skills, just like noodles, pasta, I'm like, I still haven't figured that shit out yet.
So do you not eat top ramen? Have you ever ate top ramen?
No, when I was younger, but I don't eat it now. Like, I don't buy it at the grocery store.
Is that the only part of your recipe that you put in, Rochelle, is just adding the egg? You don't add nothing else?
Recently, I've been adding a little peanut butter.
Did we talk about this?
I don't know.
Yes, we did, because that is insane. And I forgot it, and you just reminded me back. You just took me back to a place I'm triggered, as the kids say.
Yeah,
peanut butter.
I would just put salt and pepper and some motherfucking hot sauce.
You kind of turn into like a Thai situation.
It becomes like a Thai situation.
What'd you say? Peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, so you get like a peanut noodle, and it's like a
oh, that's so
thicker.
like Thai vibes. Oh my God, that's like a Thai thing. I was playing.
Okay, so you kind of tie it up.
Yeah, then you green onions, sesame seeds.
That's so interesting because I love peanut taste in Thai food. And then is it weird to you that we don't use I feel like that's so it feels like we're just not taking advantage of peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut
butter. Like it was only peanut butter.
Other cuisines is literally just peanut butter on
bread. Like we just eat that and we don't do anything cool with it. I'm gonna try to start they started putting it in smoothies. I remember when that happened. I remember that shift where we like peanut butter smoothies. And that became a new thing. But we really don't do shit with peanut butter.
Goes crazy.
Yeah.
That peanut butter and banana smoothie with the dates to sweeten.
Oh, yeah.
And the almond milk.
Ooh, yeah, and like bananas with peanut butter on it. We do that. But y'all, Thai food is like we putting peanut butter in this shit.
Like it's like a peanut too. Like
a lot of is it just a lot of peanuts out there?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it is.
And there's like a lot of different ways to eat peanuts. Like there's like boiled peanuts. Salted peanuts that are like soft.
Oh, we do boiled peanuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it on these nuts, homeboy.
Yeah. President Jimmy Carter's from Thailand.
Yeah.
All right, here's my top ramen recipe.
Okay, while you do, I'm gonna look at this spot real quick.
Okay, I got one too.
Okay.
I boil the water.
Uh-huh.
I boil the water. Put the noodles
in.
Do
this in a Russian accent.
I boil the water. No, that's French. I boil the water. No, I'm not doing that. I boil the water. Put the noodles in it. Let the noodles cook down to al dente. Pour the water out. Oh. I know you think it sounds great. Not all of it. Not to where the noodles will burn to a dry pan.
Mm-hmm.
Pour the water out to within a quarter of an inch of its life. Then throw in some milk.
Oh.
I know what you're saying. That's crazy. When I throw in the milk, I take the seasoning packet and I put the seasoning packet in there, usually about a half to 3/4 of the seasoning packet. And then I also sprinkle a little ranch seasoning, Hidden Valley ranch seasoning. If y'all, let me address the camera real quick, and I'm being serious about this. If y'all have not bought Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning yet. It zhuzhes up so many meals. So many meals. It zhuzhes it.
Yeah, like I like Hidden Valley is good. The only thing it doesn't work with wings like
the seasoning.
The ranch. Oh, you talking about the seasoning?
See, wasn't listening.
I was looking at the spot here. My bad.
Okay. It's okay. Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. That salad dressing. I think I've outgrown it.
Yeah, it's like it's not hitting that way.
It ain't. I make my own.
But so you're saying it's ranch seasoning?
Ranch seasoning.
Wow, that's a good little.
And here's what you got.
Life
Here's
hack
what you
right
know.
there.
I make my own ranch. When I make ranch, I make it to order. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
If I got wings or something, if I cook some wings or something like that,
yeah.
Here's how I do it, Rochelle. You look perplexed. Turn on the Shelly cam so they can see.
Shelly has two hearts in her eyes.
Perplexed. Look, you take that ranch seasoning. You take your little mayonnaise. Take your little sour cream. And you put that ranch seasoning in it. And you mix that up real good.
Really?
And then if you want it to, depending on the preferred thickness or thinness. I like my ranch a little runny. I ain't gonna lie. Some people might be like, no, I like my ranch just a little bit runny. Like Wingstop ranch is the best ranch.
Yeah, to me, I like that one a lot.
If you got some buttermilk laying around, or you can use regular whole milk.
Okay.
Don't be using oat almond. It's gonna taste weird. You can use that shit for everything else.
Huge mistake. Yeah.
But if you making some ranch, you need to use real fucking milk.
Yeah.
Tablespoon and a half of sour cream. Tablespoon and a half of mayonnaise. Ranch seasoning. Make sure you douse that mixture. Pour your little buttermilk in there or a little regular milk. Mix that up. That's your ranch dressing right there.
Wow. That sounds.
I don't use the Hidden Valley stuff except for the seasoning. But the seasoning,
you put it in your dressing that you make.
Yeah. You put the seasoning in there because you want that flavor. Of course, that's where you get the flavor from. I've made ranch from scratch. When I lived in Europe, they didn't have ranch dressing. You know what? You know what Doritos Cool Ranch over there are called?
What is it?
Cool American.
What does that mean?
Cool American.
So is it ranch? Oh, because it's a ranch is such an American thing.
Yeah, the blue.
Even the word ranch is very American.
Ranch.
Like it's like I'm down at the ranch hanging black people.
Jeez Louise. The blue bag of Doritos over in Europe was Cool American.
That is crazy. What, does it look the same? Like
it looks exactly the same. It just says Cool American.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's so weird.
They got the regular. They got cheese. They got like nacho cheese, and then the other one is Cool American, and then they have other weird flavors.
What do they call? Do they have chicken wings out there? Like, what do they eat the chicken? What do they give y'all with it? Like honey mustard or something?
I don't remember if they like.
Do they have blue cheese out there?
They didn't have wings.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't. They had them at the store. I would go to the store and cook them. I would actually do like a wing night for me and the rest of the people that I was working with. Like, hey, everybody pitch in €5, and I'm gonna go and get like a stack of wings.
Yeah.
They sold them just like they sell chicken
in a grocery store. Yeah.
So I would go get the wings and then have a wing night at the crib. We eat wings. And
so what about like at the Wendy's? They have a Ranch Bacon Club sandwich out there.
At Wendy's, they didn't have Wendy's out there.
Man, I don't know how you did it, bro.
Yeah, it was torture.
I don't know how you did it.
It was torture.
But
anyway, that's the recipe for the ranch. Use that ranch seasoning. It's also very good if you're making a pot roast in your crock pot. You put a package of ranch seasoning in there with your pepperoncinis. They call that a Mississippi pot roast.
Oh boy,
you should make that. I feel like you would.
That sounds good. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what you just said because I'm distracted by your hat. What did you say about pot roast?
A Mississippi pot roast.
Okay, they put pepperoncinis in it.
Pepperoncinis, the whole jar with the juice. Pepperoncinis.
Really?
And when you put your carrots in your, you cook you like what's that called?
Basting.
No, you fry it like
saute
the pot roast a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the pan with your beef broth or your chicken broth or whatever. You cut your vegetables up, your carrots and your potatoes. You put a whole jar of pepperoncinis in there with the juice, and then you put ranch seasoning.
I'm making that.
You let that cook.
Should I make
for about
that
3
for
hours.
Thanksgiving? Yeah, I mean y'all could. I don't got time.
Yeah.
Stomach hurts just thinking about it. All right, I got this spot. You want to hear? And then tell me your spot.
I'll put a packet of tuna in the ramen too.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Them Star Kiss
Really?
tuna
Like you
creations
cook it
or whatever.
first? Is it already cooked?
I cook it and then I like at the end when I put my seasonings in
Yeah.
there and I mixed it up, I take a packet of that tuna
All right,
fish.
I want to
and put it in
know
there.
royalty for those who make top ramen. How do y'all soup it up?
Yeah,
How do
tell us how you
do y'all
soup up your top
elevate
ramen.
it?
You heard how Rochelle does it with sesame seeds and sesame oil and an egg and this and that.
Like
you heard how I
that
do
sounds
it, real
fucking
ghetto
good.
style.
I think I'm more like I think I'm more Rochelle's. I think I would eat hers. I would go to her restaurant.
You wouldn't come to my tuna fish creation?
That shit sounds disgusting.
Tuna fish creation.
Tuna fish? What?
Tuna fish creations.
Why does tuna fish sound gross to me? But like I know it's good, you know. Like I've had it. I eat tuna, but the word tuna fish don't land right.
Can you tell me about this hoodie you got on before you get into the spotted?
Okay, so this is a Star Wars.
You did recently say that you've been really getting into Star Wars. So
Yeah.
can you explain this?
Okay, so during the pandemic, I keep calling the strike the pandemic and the pandemic the strike. They're the same thing to me. During the strike, I had to fill up time. I just was like, I'm gonna watch Star Wars because I'm like, I have this thing where this is just a tip for y'all. Whoever if anyone deals with depression, whenever I'm depressed, the best way for me to get out of it is to dive into something that's like a big world. So like, for example, anime is like that. Something that I'm not already interested in, right? Sports has become that. I've been watching sports a lot lately. Mm-hmm. And what it does is it takes me out of my own head, especially something like Star Wars, which is like it's an entire world. Mm-hmm. It's like literally like it's never ending. So I got so into Star Wars. I rewatched all of them from episode 1 all the way to the Rise of Skywalker.
Dang.
And I just love it. I'm in love with it. I have a lot to say about it, and maybe that should be my next podcast. Maybe I like Star Wars. Okay, so then, but I've been to Disneyland a few times, you know what I mean? But now, and I watched Ahsoka and all the series and Rebels and all that and Clone Wars. Ahsoka, man, we need to get you down to the Rite now. You know what I'm saying? They got the plantains out, Ahsoka. And then...
More Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, your hair needs some grease, Ahsoka. Okay, so... I was like, my homeboy, he got the hookup at Disneyland. He gets free tickets. So I heard that they have a big Star Wars world down there. So I'm like, man, I wonder how I'll feel about it now being like a Star Wars guy. Because I'm like I know all the shits now. Like I know the Jedis, I know what the lightsaber colors mean, everything. And then so I was like, I'm going. And we went last Saturday. Honestly, best time of my life. Like, it was so cool. Like, I mean, it was just like I was in the movie. I mean, this shit is like you're in the movie. Like, it's like you're in the movie. I don't even know. I don't know how to explain this. So I guess these don't count as spot. It's like I saw Chewie, Chewbacca, I saw fucking Rey, and what's his name? Kylo Ren was up in there. Nah, those aren't spotted because we're supposed to see them. But I was like, all I want to do before we leave. You ever be like when you're with a group of people, you got to be like I have this one thing I want to do, which is get a Star Wars hoodie. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like I feel like everyone's in their own world, and I have to keep reminding everybody so it happens. Otherwise, I got to go on my own and get lost in this fucking big ass park. But I was like, just a reminder, before we leave, I want to get this hoodie. But we finally, we went to all these ones and they didn't have it, and I had to go all the one in the front, and it was like 12 o'clock at midnight. And I was like, this is the one I got. So here it is, Star Wars. Like a fucking, we got stormtroopers on there, and we got it in.
Hell yeah!
That's the story of the hoodie. And if anyone wants to talk Star Wars with me, let me know. Hit me up, cause I don't know. I'm not like a full I'm like a beginner. Like the way I'm with sports too. I'm like I don't judge it. I don't know everything about it, but I want to know. So I'm one of those people who's gonna ask questions. I'm gonna be like, who is the best NBA player right now? I might say, who's the best, Jedi right now? Even though I have my opinion, but it might be based on a guy who's 38 years old watching this for the first time. You know what I mean? So I don't know if like, oh, you like fucking Yoda? That's so lame. But Yoda's my favorite. What the? Get off my nuts. All right. Anyway, spotted Cedric the Entertainer at the Palace in NYC, the hotel Serena lived in season 1. Wow. Get off me. Get off me. He was checking out. He was checking out while I was checking out. At the same time, I didn't want to bother him. I feel you on that, girl. But he was so polite, and the older woman who walked up to him and said, "Are you?" And he said, "Yes, I'm Cedric." I love the way she wrote that. That's great. Thank you, Catherine. I don't know if we're supposed to say your name, but I felt like I wanted to give you credit.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Cedric Entertainer, really dope guy, really down-to-earth dude. Really,
yeah, you know him.
I do. I have interacted with Cedric the Entertainer. He's really cool dude. Can't say nothing bad about that, man. I got a spotted too, though.
Oh, yeah. Tell me yours. I have another one for me that I have.
Oh, go ahead. You tell yours.
So I went to a party last night. This was like my neighbors. So it's like, they're like people that I met in the neighborhood. And, you know, I'm trying to, like, you know, meet people. It's a new neighborhood for me. So they were like, and they also know about my newfound love for sports. So, and they're doing the same thing. They're like trying to get into it this year. It's so stupid. It's like it's better than the sports ball people who are like, what is sports? It's like there's like a movement of people who are like, I don't know about this, but I know that this is entertaining for a reason, and I want to know why. As opposed to like, I don't get this, so I'm just gonna be like, whatever. I'm gonna hate on it. It's like, no, let's get into it. Let's see. Let's figure it out. So anyway, hit me up. And, like, but I don't know this cat. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know him from the neighborhood, but and we hung out once before. But I don't know his friends or anything like that. So this was definitely me going to a social situation that's very nerve-wracking because I'm about to walk into an apartment full of people I've never met before. But I walked in, and then one of the guys was like, "Gossip Kings, Lamar," and I was like, "Woo!" I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And it just like, from that moment on, I was like, "Ooh," I felt so at ease because I was like, at least it just made me feel like cool, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, so that's my spotted. I'm the spotted. I was the spotted.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight. I have a spotted. I went to go watch football on a Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. Me and Lamar have a mutual friend named Matt, who was Lamar's old roommate.
Yeah.
Who planned this outing and then overslept for it. I'm a person who don't like to get out the bed before I need to. Mm-hmm. But I was like, let me not be a dick. He reminded me last night and was like, yo, man, I'm going to be here. And then I told our other friend, Colin, I was like, yo, we're going to go watch the games. We're going to watch the early games tomorrow.
I know, it's so early in LA. I hate
it's 10 o'clock in the morning here. If you want to watch football on Sunday, it's 10 o'clock in the morning when you live on the West Coast. For those of you who are trying to get into sports or the sports ball people, you got to watch at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means you're probably waking up after a night of debauchery.
Yeah.
Which for me was, Saturday night was a night of debauchery. It was a night of, we didn't go that hard though. We was together.
Yeah, what did we do that night?
We just went to, we went there.
That was a fun night.
We kept it moderate. We kept it moderate. None of us got drunk. Like, we wasn't drunk. We was just kicking it. We was chilling. I get up the next day. My body naturally wakes me because my room, where my room is. So I live in what you call, for those of you who know architecture, and for those of you who don't, I'm about to put you on to something. Put you on something. Put you on something.
What's that? That's a Wingstop commercial.
Yeah,
let me put you on something. Put you on something.
Yeah.
Is that a song or is that?
Put me on something. Yeah. It's
okay.
Song. Yeah,
I was like, I only know that through the Wingstop commercial.
Yeah, no, that's a real song. It's a good song too.
And it works so well. I literally sing that song on my way to going to Wingstop. Like, it's so
put me on
perfect.
something. But I woke up the next day naturally. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I live in an apartment here in Los Angeles. The style of architecture is called a dingbat.
We had this whole conversation.
Okay, good. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
Anyway, go back and listen to the dingbat episode.
I wonder if he's gonna say something different. But I was like,
it's the same,
right? Yeah.
All right, thank you for letting me know. Thank you, because I really was about to tell that story again.
Yeah.
So the dingbat apartment. So my bedroom gets a lot of sunlight in the morning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like the sun, where my apartment is in the building, my bedroom is facing east.
Right.
And so it gets a lot of sunlight. It's actually facing south, but by the time 10 o'clock hits, the sun
it's
is
like right there. Bam.
So I get a lot of sunlight. So naturally will wake up at like 8:45, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Usually after a night of not enough sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So so that shit hurts.
Yeah.
So like I need to get blackout curtains. I don't want to because if with blackout curtains, I'm gonna sleep until 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I know that's just scary. When I do that shit at a hotel, it's like I do not wake. I wake up and it's like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, damn, man, I really slept.
Slept
like,
way too long, especially if you're on East Coast time.
Yeah.
When we was in Atlanta, I was waking up in that hotel room at like fucking 2 o'clock with 35 text messages. People being like, yo, we trying to get brunch. We trying to do this. I'm like, man, I am asleep because you close them curtains, and the curtains in the hotel is super blacked out.
Right.
Anyway, I don't have that in my room, and I don't want to put it in my room because I will, again, like oversleep for everything, sleep all day when we be going out, when we have a night of debauchery. And so, anyway, I wake up. My body wakes me up at like 9:25.
Right.
Matt had said he was going to text me at 9:30.
Okay.
To be like, oh, pull up to the, this is my check-in spot.
Yeah.
Pull up to the spot. He didn't check in. So I hit him at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Being like, man, I ain't going to get there till like 10:20. Because I thought I was going to lay back down.
Yeah.
Go back to sleep. Couldn't do it. My pillow's hot with sun.
Right.
It's just like, man, I'm up, man. I might as well. And I'm not hungover because, like I said, we didn't go hard that night before. So I'm not hungover. I'm tired, but I'm not hungover.
Yeah. Like you can do it.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's in there for you to go.
But then I was also like, man, I've been drinking like every day. Like, let me not
Mm-hmm.
drink. Let me just have one time where I don't drink. But I wouldn't mind going to get some brunch at a bar. That's my favorite shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real American, guys. We talk about this.
Ranch.
My favorite shit is going to a fucking bar and getting their food.
Yeah.
And all these LA bars, I don't like when people diss LA, but I will diss LA. LA bars be doing a lot with their food sometimes. They don't just be having your typical nachos and fries and shit. They want to go Thai like Rochelle. They want to go fucking. They want to go fucking like. Yeah. They want to have shit.
Like I just like when I go to Atlanta, it's like bar food. Yeah. It's like no weird. It's no like avocado cream toast, random. Yeah. It's like nachos, wings, burger,
fries.
Yeah.
Like we got chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles. Yeah. That's my shit. Yes, and the waffles have a scallion bacon on them, and the butter is a lavender, a rosemary. Like they gave me rosemary butter on my fucking chicken and waffles. Also, the syrup that they gave didn't taste like nothing. I asked the bartender, I said, lady, where does syrup come from? Can I see the bottle? Can I see the bottle what your syrup come out of? Because this syrup don't taste like nothing. I was like, do I have COVID again? Do I have COVID? Because this syrup don't taste like nothing. I could not take
the bottle. Bring me the bottle.
Bring me the bottle.
Let me get back there.
Is this just a Cisco? Is this a big jug of Cisco syrup?
Yeah.
Because Cisco tastes. You could taste. Cisco that deliver the food to schools and shit like that. That shit you could taste that.
It's
shit.
Like that sounds like.
I'm like y'all doing something different. Is this some sugar-free syrup? If you give me some motherfucking sugar-free syrup, I'm gonna come up in here and beat the manager with a baseball bat. Don't crazy. Ever give me no fucking sugar-free syrup.
I can't believe that.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. I could be in the bed right now. Yet I'm up in here patronizing this establishment. Yes. And I need some motherfucking real syrup
for my chicken and waffle.
So I got the chicken and waffle.
Let me see the bottle. So it's like, let me see the bottle this came out of. That's so funny.
Also, here's another thing. You bring the chicken out. The chicken was just a breast that was like a flattened, like beaten out, like almost, what they do? What's that called? Schnitzel. Like a schnitzel almost. Yeah. Shit was beaten out, and it was sitting on top of the waffle.
I want to throw that up.
It wasn't bad. It was fried pretty well. The batter was good. I said, can I get a separate plate? She gave me a separate plate. So I put the chicken over there.
You talking about this Matt's place that he works at?
No, not the one he works at. A different place, different spot over here. But so I eat the chicken. I put the chicken on the side, and I go, do you have some hot sauce for this chicken?
Yeah.
And they go, we got Cholula and Tapatio. Now, here's a problem.
There's a problem there.
I got no problem with Cholula and Tapatio. I eat those things on certain foods.
Yeah.
I am from
chicken.
The American South, the diaspora.
There are Southern people all around this world. We're all trying to find each other.
I need Louisiana-style hot sauce with my fried chicken. I need that personally. And then she goes, oh, we got Tabasco. And I go, then why didn't you say that, madam? Why didn't you say that? Because that's what I need. I can't do Cholula or Tapatio on fried chicken. I just can't. I do it on pizza. Everybody need to try that. You get pizza, try that Cholula or Tapatio on your pizza. Eggs, try that Cholula and Tapatio on your eggs. What else? What else is Mexican food? And then Mexican food.
Yeah, I put on, like, My Cholula and Tapatio I love it on like breakfast, like eggs and like hash browns and shit.
Yeah.
But like
you get that chilaquiles.
Yeah.
If y'all ever had chilaquiles, you get the chilaquiles. Put that Cholula and Tapatio on there.
But I do not eat that shit on chicken. No.
When it's fried chicken, I need you to give me Louisiana style hot sauce. They found some Tabasco that was good, but the waffle itself, again, rosemary butter. It had rosemary sprigs in the butter. So
That's disgusting.
That changes a flavor profile. Not necessarily disgusting. I wouldn't mind that on a steak.
Yeah, like it's just a little strange. Yeah, like the sprigs are in there.
Yeah,
like it feels a little lazy, you know.
Yeah, and then the syrup didn't taste like nothing.
Wait, where's this story going?
At this bar, it's a spotted.
I know. I was like, why is this nigga talking about this?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I'm just fucking drinking.
At this bar.
That was just funny to
me. Who walks in? None other than NFL legend and current TV personality Keyshawn Johnson.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
He sits right by us. Now we also saw the homie Carson. Carson
Daly?
No. Carson, who used to be on Lemon Pepper Wet.
Okay,
you know who I'm talking about. He used to be on that team.
Yeah.
And he comes in this bar every Sunday.
Yeah.
And Keyshawn walked in. I was like, oh shit, Keyshawn. And Carson was like, yeah, he been here every weekend. I was like, shut up, man. You don't know.
You don't know Keyshawn.
You don't know Keyshawn, but he did.
Yeah.
Like Keyshawn came over, fist bumped everybody.
Really?
And then he sat down, started getting his tequilas. Didn't eat shit. He ate like a vegetable.
He by himself?
He was by himself.
So he just go there and watch games?
Just go there and watch the game and talk shit. This shit was so fun.
That's
Me and
crazy.
Colin was there. Matt never showed up. Matt was asleep until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He must got blackout curtains on his windows.
Yeah.
But Matt never showed up, but Colin was there. Me and Colin both like know football, and we were like, bro, this is fucking crazy. Because Keyshawn is just there talking shit.
Yeah.
Talking cash shit. Like, it was dope. It was super dope. He's interacting with everybody. People will walk up to him and be like, Cowboys fans were walking up to him, and he look at him and go, man, shut the fuck up. Really? That's why I ain't Cowboys fan, blah, blah. It truly was like, this person is this is a real dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is the type of celebrity I want to be. I want to be considered as, because didn't nobody bother him, because he was there with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't separate himself from anyone. Right. He didn't have like a big bouncer with him, a security or anything. He was just there. He was ordering his drinks. He got a little food. He was talking shit to everybody. We watching the games. He's listening to you. If you got an opinion on football, he's listening to you. He might shut that shit down and be like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Right.
But that's great. Because it's Keyshawn. He's an NFL legend. If you want to Google him, Rochelle, so you know who he is. He's on TV now as an analyst, but his name is Keyshawn Johnson. It's spelled like...
He's my favorite football player name, too, when I was growing up. I might always be like, is Keyshawn Johnson playing there?
Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson.
I just like saying that shit.
But he was real cool. He sat there all day. He roasted me at a certain point, because right next to me, this cat had ordered this hummus plate. This was the second level of games. So at first, I ate my chicken and waffles. In the beginning... In the 10 o'clock games, those got over. Colin was like, well, you want to stay for the next round of games? And I was like, shit, might as well. I ain't got nothing else to do this Sunday. I'm chilling. Like, let me do it. I'm still nursing my knee, so I can't go hoop.
Yeah.
So I was gonna just go home and go nap, because I had some shit to do at 5. But I was like, I'll stick around. Like, let's watch. And then Keyshawn stayed. We all stayed. We was all chilling, sitting at the corner of the bar. The other homies left, so we scooted over, and we was right there. The homie next to me ordered a hummus plate. That shit looked good as hell. Right. It had like tomatoes and cucumbers on it with the hummus and the pita. And he tore that shit up. He ate that shit from top to bottom. And I was like, yo, can I get one of them hummus plates? And Keyshawn looked at me and said, man, you fucking up over there. That's supposed to be a steak on that plate. You look like you ain't never tasted hummus in your life.
Really?
That shit was good as hell. So that's my spot.
That's an amazing spot.
Watching football with Keyshawn Johnson on a Sunday was really fucking dope. Really
I love
dope.
that.
He's a cool dude. And you could tell, like, it's like this dude that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
But he was cool. If you cool with him, he gonna be cool with you.
That's cool. You know, what's the name? Keyshawn, he has to travel a lot on airplanes. And sometimes you got to be in the air. And sometimes people try to scam you in the air. And sometimes that's a con-air.
Hit me with it. We'll be right back. All right,
we back.
We back.
I had to take my Star Wars shirt off because it was hot as hell in here.
It's hot as fuck.
It's the lights on me.
This hat is killing me, but Rochelle's forced me to wear it. She's my boss.
Yeah.
Con-HEIR. Of course, we all know what this is a reference to.
Con-HEIR.
And this whole episode is basically about Ivy Dickens.
I feel like this feels like it's Ivy Dickens send off. Like I feel like they gave her way too much TV time, and I think this is it for her. It's gotta be it. Like I'm so done with her. Charlie, get out of here.
I feel like this picture is from this season.
I don't know if that just looks like a picture they did, like a Photoshop. I don't think,
that might be fake.
There's like a scene where they all sit on top of buildings.
but yeah, so I've been, as everybody can recall, I remember that picture has been a thing. So let's talk about this episode a little bit more homogeneously. I took copious notes, but let's talk about some of the stories together. So the main story is Ivy done took over the place. Yeah, and the Humphreys are living in Brooklyn.
Yeah, so funny. Lily is
hating this shit. She does not.
Rufus is loving it. He's like, damn, back home. This is my spot. Ooh, the little, like, he cooked mad waffles and shit.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want no goddamn waffles. I don't want no fucking rosemary butter in my waffles. I want the syrup to taste like something. Lily definitely would have loved that syrup that I ate at that restaurant. Anyway.
She was like, ooh, no sugar. I love this.
But she is like not having fun. And it's kind of getting on my nerves, low key.
Yeah, it was bothering me because it was kind of disrespectful to Rufus a little bit.
Rufus ain't done nothing but be kind to her. Yeah. Like, be like, we have a place. Like, we're still married, right? Yeah, and you know I still own this place. Yeah. I got my Volkswagen Beetle downstairs. Cannot
stay here.
Like. Yeah. Like, you can stay here. It's okay. But it's hard. So one thing I'm struggling with is the idea of Lily. Maybe this is a character study. And it's not about her acting because she's a great actor. But I can't tell whether she likes, like, is she with this rich shit or is she actually a good person? I know.
And she really be, I think, this is what I think. And I'm going to give credit to the actor because I think she is ultimately a bad person. But I think Lily is such a good actor that I think she makes you like her. I think she's really likable because I'm like, I feel like I've been, ever since, even when I watched it the first time, I always liked Lily. And I was like, why do I like her? I mean, they do some good stuff writing with her where I think the way she connects with Chuck and all that. But it seems like she just has, or maybe her character flaw is that she's just like, I'm a good person, but I am that white Karen you know about. You know what I mean? Like she's like, I'm that stereotypical white woman that you would hate in real life. But at the same time, it's like she's got a heart, you know? Yeah. It's like a heart of gold, you know?
Heart of gold. Now, at the beginning of this episode, Blair shows up to the house and she's trying to smash. She comes over to lingerie.
I was like, yo, they've been fucking.
But they haven't yet, though. Right. That's the thing. They haven't.
Crazy.
So that's what we learned. Because the B story is Blair and Dan are finally trying to get intimate with each other. Yeah. She keeps bringing these 2 candles and these champagne flutes. Yeah. She really wants the shit to be romantic. That shit was
hilarious.
But she, like, Dan, like, rushes the adults out of the house. Like, you go, because everybody's over there. Like, fucking everybody's over there. Like,
that was so funny.
Rufus, Lily, fucking Serena daddy. Like, Serena wasn't over there, but the daddy, William Vanderwood's, because they trying to figure out how they can get this shit out of Ivy's hands.
Right.
Like, how we get our house back, and he's like, I'm the executor. She named Ivy. She ain't named Charlie Rose. She had named Charlie Rose.
You know, I got your back, but there's nothing I can do about this, baby.
I'm the executor. I could go to jail. Yeah. So, and he not trying to go to jail because he's back working. He got to work for his shit. Yeah. Remember, he was on the phone call with Carol, and he was like, I can't pay you the child support. I work for my money.
Yeah, he's like, not, because remember, he took a couple of L's like before back in the day.
Yeah. He took some L's.
So he's really trying to get back to normal.
Yeah. So Dan trying to get them out of there. He's like,
I'm trying to smash my girl. Come on.
He tried to get in. They can't smash because they in Brooklyn. And
I wish there was a scene. I wish we got to see a scene where Rufus like acknowledged the fact that Dan ended up pulling her. Because I feel like Rufus been kind of like, man, leave that girl alone. And he did low key pull her. I was like, it would have been tight for Rufus to be like, all right, son, I see what you did. Yeah. Like, because he never acknowledged it, even though he did get him the hotel later.
Yeah, he did get him the hotel. That was tight. But did you see the part that I wish, like, it kind of did it with William. I wanted both the dudes to be like, when like, you know, I know that's like, sounds bad, but like, it would have been funny if they both kind of went like, hello, when she took off the shit.
Yeah, because it was kind of like, it was just like in her fucking negligee.
She was in negligee. Yeah. And Rufus was like, stay for breakfast. And William was eating strawberry. He was like, okay, now I see you, Blair. You done grown up on me, Blair, huh? Yeah.
They had a couple old creeps in the show.
He had a couple old creeps.
That one guy was like, Serena, you looking good.
Oh, like, man, I'm going to get to that because that shit was funny. So, Jack Bass in town. And Chuck, he's there because Chuck wants to thank him for saving his life. Right. And Chuck is acting weird. Jack is acting weird about it. So we learn over the course of this episode that Jack didn't actually give him the blood.
And he got hepatitis
He got hepatitis C.
That's crazy.
He's talking to Gossip Girl at the hospital, and she's like, "I can't give you any patient's chart," but she's giving so many context clues.
Yeah.
So this shit was like,
let's just say,
ask me a question.
So I'm just trying to figure out, what kind of blood type he gave me, or
he, there was a he.
But could you at least tell me
I can't tell you nothing,
the
child.
time and date?
I can't tell you nothing. But all I can say is very confusing that it was a he because I didn't see no he up in here giving you blood. But I can't tell you nothing else after that.
But you do mind if you walk away for a little bit?
Walk away from the computer? This computer with all the information? Sure, I'll walk right away. But I can't tell you nothing, child. You need to understand.
Gossip Girl was like, she was like, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
He just was like, all right, cool.
All right, cool. He went around there.
I feel like she was down for the tea. She was like, she was like, so this, I want to know. I kind of want to know. She's probably like, I want to know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Did you read the names on the screen?
No, I just saw Jack Bass's
And then you see Elizabeth?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Now, this is what threw me off because I can't remember what Elizabeth Hurley's name was in the show because we kept calling her.
It threw me off because I was like, we could talk about it later, but just to bring it up, when he was like, Jack later's like, it was Elizabeth. And I was like, Elizabeth Hurley?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait, no, what the fuck was her name?
Because Chuck eventually confronts Jack and is like, yo, you didn't tell me that it wasn't, you had hep C, you didn't give me no blood.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, man, I was just telling the hospital what they wanted to hear.
Yeah, that was kind of a good excuse though. I was like, yeah, good thinking, Jack.
Yeah.
Because I believe that. His hair's all slicked back.
But then when Chuck was like, well, so it was the lady he was like, the lady said she wasn't your mom. So he kind of fell into that story too, being like, so just let it go. You can't contact her. You don't know how to get to her. Like, don't even try.
Right.
He's like, well, I want to thank her. He's like, nah, don't even try. You can't be contacted.
Right.
She can't be contacted. So he's like, all right, Jack, well, go on about your business, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It was so weird. I was like, I legit was like, who the fuck is Elizabeth? Because
what was Elizabeth Hurley's name on the show? Rochelle, is there any way you can Google that for us and let us know what her name was?
They did say it at the end. So you call it, it's the other story. We're jumping around. Do you want to get to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, so Nate, remember this when Jack got into the limousine, he called somebody and was like, he knows about you. You need to get down here.
Yeah.
So
he was talking to Elizabeth Hurley.
Right.
Yeah.
And
her
then
name's Diana Payne.
Wait, I'm about to say it, man. I was about to tell her.
Oh, sorry.
He taking on my thunder, Shelly Shell. But yeah, basically Nate. So right after that scene, Nate gets a call because remember he's like, man, we don't got no money. We need a new investor. And then someone called him. It's like, we got an investor. Her name's Diana Payne. And I was like, so
she's coming because that's when Jack said you need to get back out here.
So
now like, she's finna get
come back to the Spectator.
Yeah, she's gonna come back to Spectator.
Yeah.
So that wraps up that story.
Yeah. It's pretty much it. Yeah. And Chuck kind of low key is like, he's like, man, he really is a different guy. Like he put he was gonna dedicate the whole wing.
Dedicate the whole wing to Jack Bass. That was pretty tight. He had the little kid. So we gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
He had the little kid come up.
Yeah, this kid is crippled, man.
Hey, you brought a crippled kid to my dedication? And he's like, man, this is so-and-so. We're going to do it. I figure a blood drive would be better. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, hey, Michael, meet Jack. And he goes, don't touch me.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That was fucked up. And the little kid, he was like, thank you, Michael. You can go. So that's when he figured it out.
Yeah.
And Michael took that hat off and ran away.
Yeah. He was like, wait, he's not sick? It was so funny because it's like, he didn't really, Chuck didn't need to do that. He could have just been like, I saw your file. You have hepatitis. Like I know you didn't give it.
Yeah,
he didn't have to do the whole
elaborate thing. Yeah.
But I guess they needed something to do. Something funny to happen.
So, Serena is trying to.
Like Ivy story. Yeah,
Ivy trying to call Laura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Lola. And she not dealing with her. She like, man, I'm not dealing with you. You a con artist.
Yeah.
This some shit that made me mad the whole episode. We get to more in that. Serena trying to interview Ivy and she's trying to interview Lola. She's like, do you think I could talk to you about my Lola? I'm trying to get and she's like, I'm not trying to deal with y'all.
Get away from me, yeah.
She don't want to deal with none of them, but she's sticking around.
Yeah.
Because she with Nate, so they know there's gonna be some shit that happens between there.
Yeah.
And so she goes and is trying to meet up with William Vanderwoodson, but she sees Ivy and him walking in together.
Oh yeah, I really believe this. I was like, what's this cat up to?
Yeah,
it seemed like he was trying to make a deal with Ivy, like, yo, I'm gonna throw a party for you, write me a check.
Yeah,
I need to get some money.
Because what was Ivy is like, everybody's cutting me off. I'm like, but you got the money, so what are you upset about? This is what I was gonna ask you about this. She's been blackballed, yes.
Yeah.
But she's got the money. She's got the house that they
Yeah.
lived in. Like, so what's the
guess
problem?
She's just like, she want more. I guess she just wants the social element. Like,
See,
she want to be a part of the scene.
Here's what's crazy about
like,
this.
because she couldn't even get a dress. Like, she was trying to decorate the apartment.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even get people to do drapes in the house.
Yeah.
So I guess she's just like, what's the point of having all this money? Nobody fucks with me.
That's what it is. So she got blackballed from society.
Yeah.
So, and she's really, now the part that's tripping me out is that this woman is literally like, y'all need, like, why y'all fucking with me like this? Y'all need to help me out. Like, I want to be a part of your family. And they're like, you're a crazy lady. What do you not understand?
So
that shit
weird.
fucked me up the whole episode because it's like, you're a crazy lady.
Yeah.
What do you think that we gonna give to you?
I know. What do you think about Lily? Because I was like, because the way Lily was acting was annoying me. Just the way she was like so obsessed with it. But also I was like, I mean, she does have a point. Like, this girl did just take her shit. Like, it was like, for me, I wasn't like I wasn't like empathizing with Lily on her, like, because she was just being annoying and Rufus, like, I got to get my house back. I don't care about this shit. But it just felt like she was being kind of like rude. Yeah. But also like, yeah, I mean, this girl is a con-HEIR. Maybe because we know that, like, you know, Ivy is like, you know, she's not a bad person, but what she did was wrong. Like,
what she did was absolutely wrong because she knew that what she was doing was wrong. Yeah. I'm sorry if you don't feel like you're a bad person, but you are a bad person. Yeah. You can't do what you did.
Yeah, she's kind of getting her Serena on. Like, why are they doing this to me?
She's definitely getting her Serena on.
You stole their inheritance, cuz.
Yeah. So Carol got William by the balls. Like, Carol is like, yo. Yeah. You need to pay me my money. I need my inheritance. Yeah, you need to figure out how to deal with this shit. Because Lily's trying to figure it out too, because she's just trying to get her life back. But Carol is like, no, I need my money. Yeah, and if you don't tell nobody,
I want Lily. I want Ivy out the picture.
I want Ivy out the picture. And if you don't tell me how to do this, she goes, you can pay the money yourself. He goes, you know, I can't do that. I work for a living. Yeah. Like, you fucking broke ass. Like, that's why you chose to make that, because she basically being like, you got child support on me. You're Lola's dad. I'm gonna tell everybody you Lola's dad. You're gonna ruin your relationship with your other kids, which it will.
It will. Serena will be pissed. She finds that out. Yeah. And Lily will be
Lily will be livid. Like, and rightfully so. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, he didn't do it before they got together. He did it while they were together. And got her pregnant. So that's crazy.
And they lied about it the whole time.
Yeah.
That shit is nuts.
So
does that mean Lola is?
Well, he didn't know that.
Serena's sister?
Yes, Lola is Serena's sister.
What is she, like her cousin and sister?
She's her full sister. They got the same mom. And, no.
No, because her mom is...
Carol is her mom. Yeah. She's her half-sister.
So she's a half-sister and her cousin.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's some nutty shit.
That's some ghetto shit right there. That's some hood. That's some peanut butter Thai
ramen noodles
that's
right
peanut
there.
butter Thai food. So Serena gets the Gossip Girl blacktop.
Oh yeah,
blacktop. What the fuck is wrong? I'm rushing through this because Rochelle has to go. But like,
I'm with you though.
The laptop.
What's also crazy. At first I was like, why did it take so long to get to her? But then I was like, they couldn't get it because they're not at the hotel. Yeah. I mean, they're not at the house.
They're not at the house.
So that's why I was like, why didn't that scene? I thought the first scene would be like, here's your laptop. Yeah. But so she's like, and then Georgina's like, I know you want this.
You want this shit. You use this. Don't tell nobody you got it. Here's the password. You'll be good for this. Your blog is whack. Yeah. But then she's using it. She's putting shit up.
Nobody listen to your blog.
She's posting it because then Ivy throws the party that she set up with William. Yeah. She throws the party and then she blasted on Gossip Girl. Right. She blasted, but she sets it to a timer. So she's like, you can't buy class. You can pay for this, but you can't buy class. Yeah. Whatever the Jay-Z line was, you can pay. You can pay for school, but you can't buy class or whatever. Yeah. And so she's setting that up. She's setting that up, and she sets that to go off at 8:00. Right. And then when they get to the party, it's like 7:55, and they're like, "Oh no, we knew that Ivy was in cahoots because he's gonna." That's gonna
it was all part of the plan. It was all part of the plan. She's like, Serena's like, "Oh, I thought." Why she even? I mean, she could have figured it out.
Well, here's what made me mad. Yeah. She looked at the time on an iPhone. iPhone has Safari, Google Chrome. You could go on the fucking laptop. I know. Like, you don't need to get to a laptop. But then she tries to run out and she gets stopped by legendary TV host Dick Cavett.
Oh, is that was a real person?
That was Dick Cavett.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah. And he was like, he was like, looking good.
As we say,
as the French say.
He was so gross. That was crazy. Yeah. That was like a weird ass scene.
Serena. That's Dick Cavett. You should go back and watch some of his interviews. Everybody, I implore you to watch some of Dick Cavett's interviews.
Let me check out Dick Cavett.
Yeah. He was like he was like Johnny Carson. Like, he had a TV show. Like,
that name sounds hella familiar.
I knew who that was.
But she kept looking at it. I'm like, get out of there. Like, she kept looking at the time like, all right, I got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Dick Cavett just a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the shit goes off, so the plan
Yeah.
gets ruined because everybody sees it.
Yeah.
So Ivy's now like, I'm not giving you no money. Y'all did this to humiliate me, blah, blah,
Yeah.
Gossip Girl. And Serena don't tell anybody that she's currently Gossip Girl. So
Right. She said she sent the thing in.
Yeah, she sent the tip
But
in.
she's like, I fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up. I sent the tip
She
in.
literally was. She had like an existential crisis. This is my favorite scene in the whole series. She was like, like right when the shit went off, and she literally just standing there by herself. She's like, Serena, you mess everything up.
Yeah.
it was like she like was realizing how bad of a person she is.
But then she asked Lola, she was like,
Yeah.
Lola, you need to do this for your family. And Lola's like,
Yeah.
I don't have no family. I don't know y'all.
Yeah.
And she's like, we the only family you got. You don't know your dad. Your mom not talking to you.
I was on Serena's side in that second. I was like, yeah. Like,
you were?
Because I was
I felt like that shit
Lola's
was unfair.
But I feel like Lola is like, I get why she's so upset, but also like, she don't really know them. Like, I mean, it wasn't their fault. They didn't do this shit. Like, I feel like she's taking it out on Serena and Lily and them. But like, to be fair to them, like they probably would take her in the way they took in Ivy. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, they would have probably treated her well.
They absolutely would have.
Yeah.
Also, let's back up a bit because Lola told Nate, like, I just found this shit out, but don't tell Serena. This nigga immediately goes in there and tells Serena. I'm like, this boy is the biggest fucking snitch. He's the biggest goddamn snitch.
Yeah, he is like, we're going to call him Snitchy Nate or something. We're going to call him Nate the Rat.
Nate the Rat. Rat Archibald.
Yeah, Rat
That
Archibald.
motherfucker snitches.
That's what they'll call him. Because he snitches. I bet we should do a counter, like go back through a count every time he snitched.
Yeah.
I bet it's like in the 100,000.
Oh, yeah. Dan and Blair finally smash in the elevator. They finally get their sexy moment because they realized that the smash that they had earlier in the day wasn't good. They just wasn't
Oh, yeah,
quite
let's
ready
talk
yet.
about that. So what do you think happened? Because I was like, there was like, you know, they obviously didn't show it. So I was kind of like, I got the impression that he came too quick.
I thought that, but I think it was more like this shit just wasn't fun.
Like
for
it was
them.
just boring.
Like, it was
kinda.
just boring. Like they wasn't really in a groove.
Yeah,
It might have been quick. It might have been both. Like he might have went soft.
Yeah, maybe it was that. I was like, I can't figure out what happened because Dan was feeling like it almost seemed like they felt like it's both their faults, kind of.
Yeah.
But I got a theory about this, so check this out. I think she is still in love with Chuck, and I think because if you see even the times they've had sex, the good times they was lit, they was drunk. Those times, I don't think she likes. I think she's like, I'm not attracted to him. I think there's something going on. But I low key, I was like, yo, I mean, I was like, man, fucking damn, man. I don't remember none of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, like, even when people used to ask me about who's your favorite couple on Gossip Girl, I'd say, I like Dan and Blair, but they never got together. And then I'm like, hold up, they did get together. They was like fucking.
Did. Yeah. And I like that, but then after that first one, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever, that shit be like, man, this shit ain't. We waited too long.
I know, like sometimes it's the build up.
It's
man.
the build
like,
up. The build up for the fucking letdown. But then usually like the second or third time you do it after that, it's like, oh, we good.
Because that's the thing. Is you got to learn each other's bodies and shit.
If it's bad after the second or third time, this is a conversation we should have off air.
Here's a question for the audience. How many bad sex chances do you give your partner before you're like, this is just not gonna work? So you got one, like first time, everyone knows first time is usually most likely the worst time, probably, in theory, unless it's like crazy. But like then second time, all right. Third time, like when you're like, all right, this is just not gonna work.
Yeah, we don't have any chemistry. We don't.
Yeah,
it
like how
work.
many times do you give?
And what if y'all waited? Because there have been situations where you wait for a long time with a person. It's like, we're going to wait because we really get to know each other and we want to see where this can go. And then now y'all basically like liking each other's personality real good and y'all finally smash and that shit is like, wow.
I got to say, like, as a guy who like has anxiety and overthinks, I think waiting, if we wait too long, I'm just going to like be nervous.
Yeah.
Like, it would make me really nervous because I'd be like, you're going to want it to go so well. And it's like, well, if it isn't.
It's old Kevin, because I got to record right after this. All right, let's go here. So, the guy that was supposed to be buying the Spectator, investing in the Spectator, backs out of the deal, and Nate fires the fuck out of Serena.
Oh, yeah,
He's like, you're fired. Because she blew the whistle on the Lola shit, like and she ruined it. He was going to get the story.
So fireable. Like, he had every right to do that.
And she still was like, wait, you're firing me? He's like, you know what you did. I did it for my family. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
But I warned you about
that.
But
I warned you not to do it. I shouldn't have told you.
Yeah.
You did it, you're fired. Like, so that's good.
Yeah.
Good shit on Nate. Good shit on Nate firing Serena's ass. Serena deserves to be broke. I want Serena to write in and tell us what her broke snack is because I hope she's fucking broke right now.
Yeah, I hope she's making ramen noodles. That's so funny. Whenever I see white rich people get fired on TV, it's like it doesn't mean anything to me.
No,
it's like she's like, oh, I got fired. I'll just go back to my penthouse.
But she gonna be Gossip Girl. But also, Gossip Girl, the real Gossip Girl, hit her up and was like, "You're not doing my shit right. Can you?"
I know that she only had one post. Like,
yeah, you're not doing
I want my shit back.
I need my shit cooked right.
What the fuck was she doing this whole time?
Yeah, she was like, "Give me my password back."
Yeah,
she's gonna have to pay heavy. I want to see what. I'm excited to see what happens with this. Yeah. We only got 3 more episodes in this season? 19, 20, 21. Or is it 19, 20, 21, 22?
I think 22.
22? Okay, so we got 4 more, so we almost there. Yeah, so the guy backs out of the deal, but he got a new investor, Diana Payne, Chuck's mom, who I think is Chuck's mom. It might not be her.
We don't know that yet, right?
We don't know it for sure, but I mean, come on, man. I'm not dumb. That's Chuck's mom. Anyway, Lily don't like Brooklyn. He got to light the stove with the fucking lighter. Shit up.
That shit took me back to the old days. But
Ivy stuck with that fucking $38,000 bill. And she's like, "Do you take credit card?" And they're like, "No, man, we don't."
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah. And then Chuck gonna try to find the lady who already dissed him.
He thinks it's
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. That ain't his mom.
But he don't know about Diana Payne. He wouldn't know about that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he has no idea. So this is gonna be
about to see. What do you give this episode?
I kind of want to see what happens with. I'm more excited about that. I did not like this episode. I thought it was really boring.
So it was a fairly boring episode.
I'll give it a two XOXOs.
2.
But I think it was a good window. I think the next ones are gonna be good.
Yeah, it's a good bridge.
I'm excited for this Chuck storyline. I wanted him to find out who his mom is.
Yeah, me too.
What the fuck's going on?
Bridge over troubled water. So that's
XOXO.
I also found this episode because as I was going through this, y'all know me. Y'all know I take detailed, copious notes, and I knew we had to speed up a little bit, but I just looked at all my notes. I didn't miss nothing.
Yeah, we
even in that Speedy Gonzalez fucking review of this shit. I didn't really miss nothing. We got all the good jokes in there. Blah blah.
We talked about the waffles, the sex, everything. Dan and Blair.
This episode just was lackluster. It was a lackluster.
It was
episode.
just like the Blair and their sex. It was lackluster.
I don't get the Ivy situation. I don't understand why she's just like, I didn't do nothing wrong. I was like, yes, you did.
Yeah, I think she's just like I'm like, if I was her, I'd be like, if I would have cashed that money out. As soon as they get in here, cash it out and got the fuck out of New York. Like, I don't know why she's sticking around.
Why she's still there. Stupid. I'll give it a 2.2222222.
XOXO.
Put me on some.
Put me on some. I'm going to get some wings after this.
I will give it a 2 also.
All right. So it's XOXO. Let's go. Weak-ass episode.
You got some news?
Okay, here's the news, y'all. It's crazy. Guess what's happening? Andre 3000 is dropping an album on Friday.
He's dropping an album
We've been waiting for decades.
He said there's no rap on it.
There's no rap. There's no lyrics on it. It's just, I think it's just him doing sounds on his mouth.
I saw a really funny meme about that. I'm going to show it to you when we get it.
Okay. So my question is, who should do the rap lyrics for him on the instrumentals for this album?
I think at this point, the person who has the most to lose is Lola because she had her family.
Yeah.
So I want to see Lola spit the verses because it's coming from a place of pain. Like,
yeah.
I can't believe I'm learning all this shit about you. So I want to hear that pain.
Lola's, she had a hard life, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was one joke we did talk about where Lily goes, "I'm sick of all this Florida trash," or she was like, "I got too much Florida trash in my house," or something.
And Lola was like, "Hello."
Yeah, that was wild. All right, the other thing going on is 17 MS-13 members were arrested today in LA. Mm-hmm. So who do you think could make it in MS-13 from our? Probably Lola too.
Ben, who Serena used to mess with.
Yeah.
He would be in either Aryan Brotherhood in the prison or MS-13.
Yeah. And Ben is good.
Ben.
All right, that's the news, y'all. I'm feeling good about this season.
Yeah, this was a bad episode. This wasn't a great episode, but we're gonna
we're rocking. We're
rocking and rolling, wheeling and dealing. Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann.
Let us know how many bad sex times is too many. Number 1 and number 2. What's your like top ramen recipe?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you next week right here on HelloFresh Presents XOXO Gossip Kings.
That was a Headgum podcast.